rays or beams of light coming from it. As Musaeus notes, in Egypt, the etheric or quintessence was represented in the form of a five-pointed Saba star. The word Saba, or star, also means door, and with the determinative for walking, which is also included in this scene, it meant passing through a star door. And it suggests to me that what they're actually talking about is Tutankhamun actually walking through a star gate. Now, was he successful in this Stargate transmutation? I can't say for sure.
I'm about to find out.
You know that the mummification
I'm about to find out because that's what's going on right here around my house, people.
process of the ancient Egyptians.
I know where they're setting it up, man. I know where to walk out my door and go walk through this fucking gate that's getting set up every night. I know where it's being set up, and then I watch it get taken away in the morning. Holy shit. And then the clear shit that they're talking about, they're going to tell you a clear jelly. They're going to tell you about a clear jelly for her jacket or jelly. Watch. This is what I'm seeing in the trees.
Burial chest.
Yeah.
As
I know what I got to do.
continues, he tells us that the principal agent
I know what I gotta
of
do.
transmutation, in addition to termites and plants, was a divine food, as he described it.
Jelly.
Like some super royal jelly,
Boom.
like that of the bees, which stimulate metamorphic
I already know what I got to do.
neurosecretory organs in the
I
central
got to man
nervous
up.
system
That's what I got to do.
and enable a super biological process to take place to mature a higher body that can transcend death and is capable of furnishing the sensorium to perceive and function in a world freer in which we are than the one in which we are currently confined. This, says Musaeus, was the ageless promise that ancient Egypt held forth most explicitly. So, tones, lights, plants, and some kind of a divine food. Ever since Lawrence Gardner published his books on Orbis and the light body food, and
So what is that thing he's holding,
people
man?
have been looking at these scenes on the temple walls and wondering, were the ancient Egyptians indeed practicing the alchemy of producing white powder gold, as it's described?
Dude, I know what I got to
manna
do.
or
Dude, I'm
star
pumped up
food
right now. I know what I got to
that we know
do.
that the ancient
I'm pumped up.
Egyptians claimed
I'm
they
ready for
were
this.
producing, that
It's raining outside, so I wonder if it means it's going to happen even though it's raining. I'm about to go find out.
ultimately could
Daddy about to go find out. I got to swallow my fear, Daddy. No more fear, Daddy. No more fear.
Down the road here towards
Taking my fear juice.
reacquiring these ancient Egyptian mysteries. And in our tours and in our exploration of Egypt, I'm still documenting that science. And this is what we're seeing in some of these scenes here where pharaohs are offering that star food. And I'll go back and show that again to Horus.
No, I ain't going to offer it to nobody else. I'm going to take it myself. Yeah, no, I want it. Star jelly.
These are extraordinary scenes that basically tell the god, I know the secrets.
I know the secrets, Daddy.
Of the white powder gold, the manna that feeds my light body.
Yeah.
And I can't point to anybody today that has exactly duplicated this food, but I can say in general that we are well on our way towards attempting to find out. This celestial star food was sent to heighten the pharaoh's powers of perception, awareness, and intuition, and was responsible for an overall transcendence of personality to the angelic state. Now, it's very interesting in light of the research I've been doing recently that Lawrence Gardner maintains, as do others, that Tutmosis III was actually the founder of this alchemical tradition, and that he was also the founder of the Essene tradition, which is very interesting speculation. I'll be having much more to say very soon about the Essenes and their ability to use this angel food or star food. As Musaeus continues, he tells us that all this brings us to a key point about ancient Egyptian
What I need to do about Ankh? I need to make one.
that ingestion of the sacred material
I need to make an Ankh. I
designed not
gotta figure out
merely
something I
to
can
give
make a fucking
shock,
Ankh out of right now.
but to
I need an
trigger
Ankh.
and impel the metamorphic
Ankh, what's
process
it look like? It's
leading to a theurgic transmutation of human nature into apotheosis. Metamorphic process obviously refers
I
to
guarantee these tools they got here are something that they like. You know what I'm saying?
Transmutation refers to the divine
And it's
order.
just the right size
In sacred
that it
traditions,
draws on the
we
core of
have
the earth for the
theology,
human.
which is
Look, man, I'm on to some shit here. I'm trying to tell you.
God. This is what theologians
Hey, I ain't even
do.
got no goddamn
Then
high
you have
school
theurgy,
education. And I ain't even been doing it as long as these other people. But I'm hungry. You understand what I'm saying? I'm hungry. I'm gonna get it.
The work that the
I've been putting in the
gods
work.
always wanted humanity to do was to transform into divine beings.
That's what I'm about to do.
That is the meaning
Transform,
of the
Daddy.
word apotheosis, to raise from a human to a divine level. And it kind of bothers me in a way that we've gotten kind of sidetracked past.
Yeah, we've been
20 years or
sidetracked.
so
We've been
about
played,
this
motherfuckers, played.
sense that the gods somehow came to earth to mine gold, and that they were able to mine this gold, but they were successful in mining enough of it fast enough. So they genetically altered a primitive form of human into a worker race, into a slave race, so that these new primitive humans could do the work of the gods. Mining gold. That never rang true to me, even though it's virtually a religion today in the kind of ancient astronaut or ancient alien theorist realm, if you will. Zechariah Sitchin was the primary promoter of this idea, so I refer to this as the Gospel of Zechariah Sitchin. He came up with this interpretation that these god beings came to earth, created us as a slave race to mine gold. In my view, I mean, that is possible, because there's no question that the ancient Egyptians used a tremendous amount of gold. I mean, we're talking hundreds upon hundreds of tons. Virtually everything was covered with gold. You walked into a temple and it had a door that was covered with gold. Many of the scenes on the temple walls were covered with gold. Gold was practically as plentiful as sand in ancient Egypt, and they had an unbelievable mastery of working with gold. So they had to get it out of the ground somehow. Maybe they did create a slave race in order to do this. However, we also know, and are told in fact by Mr. Sitchin himself, in his speculations, that these god beings were alchemists. An alchemist has as his primary goal or task the transmutation of one element into another.
Is.
Lead to gold.
I don't want to make that gold. I want to make man to angel.
Flesh to celestial flesh.
Yeah, that's what I
or
want.
our light body. So why would an alchemist need to come to Earth and violate the so-called prime directive and create a slave race to mine gold for him? Why wouldn't he just take a hunk of lead and transmute it? Would that be easier? I'm wondering. Furthermore, it suggests to me this idea that, again, getting back to the idea of theurgy, the divine work, that the work that we do for God and the gods is our divine work, our apotheosis, to raise ourselves from humans into God beings. And that to me is the work that I seek to spend my time exploring and operate from this premise that these divine beings came to earth on a mission to assist us in not enslaving us, but in our ascension. This process of ascension was overseen by these cosmic regions, these living archetypes of stellar powers. I believe that the god beings of ancient Egypt were real beings, that they were probably super high frequency light beings that could take on physical form.
I don't know where they are.
And to attain awareness of these star powers or star beings is one of our primary goals, if not the primary goal, in our own quest for ascension. At the very top of the list of the gods of ascension, if you will, is the Egyptian god Ptah, the creator god,
What's
craft
Ptah do?
god craftsman.
All right, Ptah, talk to me, Craft. Come on, Ptah, tell me what to do here.